A long time ago, in the depths of the snow, little does anyone know that on this Christmas Eve, a brand new video will come to be. Sit back and relax with this Cat in the Cap Christmas special.
Hello, I'm the Cap, and I'm the Cat, and together we're the Cat and the Cap. And today it's Christmas Eve, and what better way to celebrate the season? Well, I see no reason why we shouldn't rhyme all the time. So enough dwelling, enough dawdling. This Christmas, there's no need to stress, because we're going to be covering the Polar Express.
The Polar Express was an animated film about a train that took kids round to the North Pole. I thought the film worked as a whole, as it was well animated and casted, although I thought the story was a little padded. It's a very popular film, and it's played every Christmas with much hesitation. With something this popular, it only makes sense that it has a video game adaptation.
Making a game about this wouldn't be easy. I hope it just doesn't make us queasy.
As the game begins, we actually get some clips from the movie. Not bad for a PS2 game.
I just hope we don't get a copyright claim.
As we begin, we're introduced to Puppet Scrooge, snarling at the kids like a bloomin' stooge.
Plushimers are plushimers. Blah! I can't stand children.
Truth be told, I actually used to be scared of this guy, but nowadays I have no idea why. And apparently he stole the kids' tickets so the conductor would throw them off the train. What a pain.
So it's our job to help out the kids and get their tickets, and that's the thick of it.
Throughout the whole game, you play as this kid, I guess, the one who wears his dressing gown like a dress. I'm a few minutes in and I'm rather impressed. The visuals and graphics don't make me feel depressed, although I have to say the voice replacement for the main cast.
I can't find my ticket.
I never lose my ticket. I always keep it here, safe in my pocket. My ticket, it's gone!
Only barely scrapes a pass.
But hey, the game makes up for that with its gameplay, but you have to watch out when Scrooge's puppets come out to play.
They'll present challenges and obstacles in order for you to get the tickets back. In one of the carts you even have to stop this kid from having a heart attack.
That wasn't the one. I'm getting out of here!
In the second cart, we've got to kick the footballs back at the puppets and shut the lid to trap those muppets. On to the third cart now, and here's where things get interesting. But be careful, those puppets look menacing. You gotta duck and cover and throw food at the puppets. I'm not sure if throwing food would be very sore, but I think this gameplay rivals Gears of War.
But then the Scrooge steals the little girl's ticket, and then she may be thrown off the train. If we want to get it back, we're gonna have to inflict some pain.
It's the same deal as before, but Scrooge seems to be more aggressive in this fight. But once we trap him, he cannot get out, try as he might.
And with that, we've got our ticket back, but uh-oh, we're too late. We've got to climb on top of the roof if we want to catch him in time. But this is a level I kind of hate. Objectively, dodging obstacles with the grand music is quite exhilarating, but the controls make this section quite irritating. Let me explain. Most of the time they're responsive, but other times they're heavy and slippery. And sometimes obstacles are hard to dodge, leaving me in misery.
But hey, once you get far enough, you encounter this guy. He's willing to help us catch up with the girl. It's never explained why. Apparently we got a ski for the snow, but it's going to be tricky though. We have to keep up with the train and maintain our speed if we want to succeed. And at the final ramp, there's no time to pull up. As we fall into the coal cart, it seems that the train is falling apart. The engineers need our help in getting the train repaired, but don't you worry, because I am prepared. We have to catch the parts spewing from the engine. I just hope they're in good condition. But that's not all. We then have to do some coal shoveling DDR. Looking back at that sentence, it does sound bizarre. It has a good beat and requires some concentration. You can't just go in with no consideration.
With the train up and running, I'm afraid this isn't the end of Scrooge's meddling. He's kindly left us some enemies to deal with. They aren't too difficult, and we can beat them quite swift. Until we reach the next cart, Scrooge has become a giant with a massive golden heart.
His size may be intimidating, but the fight is kinda disappointing. You have to jump over shockwaves from his fists, and throw snowballs into his heart until he fades into mist. With Scrooge defeated, I think we've earned ourselves a hot chocolate, but before we can even get a droplet, we have to serve everyone else for a rhythm game, which is pretty lame.
Once that's over, we finally make it to the North Pole. Unfortunately, our cart begins to roll.
All the way down the hill, along the way we get a grand thrill. As you go, we have to watch your speed and not take too much damage, while also avoiding traffic and slippery surfaces. I hope we can manage.
ground. Hold on tight, everyone. I think we've arrived. Where have we arrived? We've reached the end of the track.
At the end of our path, we have to take a trip through the pipe, but the section isn't worth the hype. You basically have to match the colors of the panel in order to change the channel.
Once we reach our stop, we end up in the present factory. In order to get further, we have to ride the conveyor belt, which presents puzzles which are only satisfactory. The goal is very simple and it doesn't require much planning, although the next stage is kind of enchanting.
We have to climb a mountain of presents to reach the top, but the heavy slippery controls come back for another pop.
Once we reach the top, we get to drive Santa's airship all through the town so we can end this trip. The controls are pretty realistic, but the way the sack swings looks rather phallic.
Well, that was the Polar Express, and I have to say that this game was alright. Its music and emulation of the film kept my Christmas spirit right. The only thing wrong with it was the controls and the voice acting, but I didn't find it too distracting.
Oh, and before you go, please, if you haven't already, subscribe. It'll help our channel thrive.
And to end this review, we would like to say Merry Christmas to you.